it for? Is that the one fighting for your soul? Or your brother's the one that you're running from? But if you got money, forget, 'cause I want some. B.I.G. Oh God. Whoa. Okay, ain't nobody sitting with my clique.
Cliques are a major part of high school life. Many people have different views on the impact of cliques on high school students, and a lot of these views are overwhelmingly negative. However, no one really knows what really goes on in cliques. At this age, we have pretty much settled down into our own social groups. Cliques are defined as a narrow, exclusive circle or group of persons, especially one held together by common interests or views. But where does that leave new kids, or those who have assumed new personalities?
Depends on who the person is. If we have the same interests, then it would probably be easier to accept them. But if they didn't have anything to, like, if they didn't share the common interests, then I don't know if they would accept them.
So I think me and my group of friends are pretty open to like new people that like enter the social circle. But yeah, like if they fit into like how we are, kind of like if they have like the same personality or like do the same things as us, like it's just like a common interest, it's easier to like get along with them.
I would say I'm not too open to people outside like my social circle. I mean, I'm not mean to anybody. I don't disclude them, but like all my friends are my friends, and I'd rather hang out with my friends than hang out with someone that I don't really know.
I would try to make friends with people, but it wouldn't be as easy if I didn't know them.
I would say that I'm not that open to people outside my social circle. I'm not so open to the idea of like a new person, but once like you see that like they're okay and they're nice, then it gets better, and like that's how you meet new people. If I'm just comfortable with like a certain group of friends, doesn't mean that I'm not like completely open to all like other types of people. So it'd be like nice and like give them a chance.
I would hang out with people I haven't hung out with before. It just wouldn't be as easy if I didn't know anything about them.
If I just kind of read them before, I know them for a while, and like I don't really desire to hang out with them, and maybe even if I just met them or have a baseball team or something and they seem pretty cool, then yeah, I'd hang out with them.
So, we determined that most cliques have an unwillingness to open up to new people. We talked to Mrs. Pastoressa to find her take on cliques.
If it's something where you have a group of kids or a group of any people where they find something good, something positive, where they get a sense of belonging, that's awesome. Because then we get a sense of accomplishment, we feel a fellowship with each other. That's all really good, positive stuff.
Rosalind Wiseman, author of Queen Bees and Wannabes, Helping Your Daughter Survive Cliques, Gossip, Boyfriends, and the New Realities of Girl World, says that many kids will make it through their teen years precisely because they have the support and care of a few good friends. The students proved Mrs. Pastoressa's idea of getting along because of the commonality.
Some of my friends I meet through dance and dance line, and then other friends I meet through school, and if we have the same common interests, same personality.
We just get along, we have fun when we hang out.
I would say either from elementary school, like being in their class, or a lot of my friends are from sports, playing on sports teams, particularly baseball.
And some people agree. 51 people were asked if there could be anything positive in cliques. One interviewee stated that people who have the same interests are in cliques because they are alike. Another said that these people will become your closest friends. And one more replied that they could give someone a sense of belonging. But in a world where we are told to get along as one big group, why would a school be okay with these cliques?
The goal of the teenager is to find who they are. That is your role. That's your job right now, is to figure out who you are. And to figure out who you are involves tasting different things. You don't know which foods you like unless you taste the different foods and say, oh, I like this or I don't like that. So you have to taste and try different things. Having different clubs or cliques or groups, if you're allowed to experience them as a kid, gives you an idea or a sense of this is who I want to be or this is where I want to go.
She is absolutely right. If one doesn't like hamburgers, why should that person have to eat them when there's pizza 2 feet away? The same thing goes for cliques. Why should I have to hang out with the baseball team and the art club but would rather just hang out with only the art club. Most school administrators believe that cliques lead to peer pressure and or bullying, or at the least, discrimination. But her classmates disagreed.
Everyone could, like, I'm not really intimidated by anybody. Everyone's kind of seems to mind their own business. Like, with respect to me, I mean, I don't know how everyone else, I don't think that's my point of view. Everyone seems to kind of, like, coexist. I wouldn't say get along all the time, but they don't, like, people don't just try to start stuff most of the time.
I feel like each group has like something specific about them. That's why it is like a social group and like cliques. But like I don't feel like intimidated, but I know like if I try to be in that per se, I don't feel intimidated.
The discrimination, the not allowing others into your social circle or alienating others, that's the negative aspect of cliques. But there can be a group of people that are friends with each other that are looking out for other people too, and that happens as well.
Can it lead to peer pressure? Absolutely, yes. However, that can also be good peer pressure in some cases. In some cases, you are striving to be inside a circle of friends that's high achieving or has certain goals, has certain skills or talents, and it makes you a better person in those aspects. Can there be negative peer pressure too? Absolutely.
The survey agreed. 95% of the respondents believe that being in a clique leads to bullying and peer pressure, at least sometimes, because of a desire to isolate those who do not belong in a high school society. Media exemplifies that cliques lead to peer pressure and bullying. For example, in Full House, Stephanie Tanner almost tries smoking to stay with her newfound friends. But the media isn't always right, is it?
You probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around.
I try not to buy too much into the media because my experience with the media and education is the media doesn't really have a good handle on education and kids. If you really believe what the media says about education and kids, you would have a very, very biased view of kids.
Pastor Ressa is absolutely right. The media handles clique scenarios in a terrible manner. Our respondents called the movie cliques highly exaggerated, extreme, and too distinct and set in stone than real life. Maybe the way that we handle the cliques needs to change. However, as stereotyped as movie cliques are, they still influence one's thoughts and actions within his or her own clique. Wiseman says, even the most emancipated woman can't escape the impact of all those messages our culture sends us about what we have to be. This goes for boys and men as well. Our culture has determined how we dress, act, and even speak depending on our role in life. This applies very much to high school cliques. Even so, school administrators can solve this issue. Mrs. Pastoressa puts it this way.
The job and the role of the school and the teachers and the administrators is to maybe oversee the clubs and the cliques and the groups to make sure that it's something that's used positively and not used negatively, so that it's a safe haven for kids to go to or to fit in and see their place, rather than a place to discriminate or be hateful or hurtful, so it's more positive rather than negative.
Cliques are a major part of high school life. Many people have different views on the impact of cliques on high school students, and a lot of these views are overwhelmingly negative. There are evidently both positive and negative effects of cliques on a high school society. Cliques can provide a sense of security and belonging as well as a stable support network for many high school students. However, cliques become a negative presence on teenagers when students intentionally discriminate against others and exclude them from their own social circles, or pressure those within their cliques to engage in harmful behaviors. Maybe the idea of having one big group holding hands and smiling shouldn't be the goal. Maybe the goal is to let cliques do as they please and let everyone feel safe in their own group. In these 4 years, we have to make the best of what we have. Your friends are your friends, and you stick together for a reason.
Remember my name, and it's probably 'cause you think you could.
gang. My crew deep in that Wu-Tang. I'm rolling with, I'm saying, girl, you know my crew name. You know 2 Chainz. I'm pulling up in that Bruce Wayne, but I'm the villain, man. They kneeling when I'm walking in the